let me introduce to you the relational triad. Now, me, of course, is myself, you is whoever I'm talking to, and it is really about the context. What is the situation where you and me are talking? So, for example, I could be a salesperson and you could be a customer, and the situation would be the sales call. Or I'm the boss and you're the employee, and the situation is the task that we're working on. Perhaps I'm the wife and you're the husband, and which movie do we want to watch? This is the situation that you're dealing with. Maybe I'm the student and you're the professor, and the thing we're talking about, the situation, is the PhD dissertation. What should be done about it? All right, what happens when you have a narcissistic boss or client who's really difficult to deal with? Sometimes in the entertainment industry, you get some talent that's really hard to deal with. They're like, I'm a famous fashion designer. You have to follow my every whim. I want a peacock in my dressing room. Something like this. So in this scenario, the narcissist is me. Me, and only me. And of course, it is not important. You are certainly not important. The narcissist will see you as their slave or their servant. And as you might have guessed, this is a total fail. This is absolutely not workable. Now, what can you do if you're in a situation dealing with a personality like this? Perhaps it's a client. I know a lot of people that have clients like this. Well, what do you do to balance the equation out? You can balance it out, and it can often start like this. You recognize that, okay, client, yes, you're the boss. The client is always right, and your concerns are valid. But I'm also here. I want nothing more than to make sure that all your needs are met. I want you to know that I'm here to help you achieve it. And I want to make sure that I'm able to do that. So, if you're calling me names and insulting me, it's not going to happen. It's going to be a fail. If you would like this to work, I want nothing more than for this to work as well. So what do you say we get together and we both achieve it? I'm happy to serve you in any way that I can. Okay, so this can be satisfying to an extreme personality, but it's a short-term deal. You cannot sustain a completely unbalanced relationship like this. If you're in a situation like this, for example, a professor and a research assistant, or maybe a boss and an employee, or somebody in government in some countries, there might be a situation like this where the person in charge is kind of a big deal. They're kind of a narcissist. What you can do is you can frame the it as equally important. You can, say to the huge ego personality, you can say, hey, listen, I want to make sure that you are successful in achieving it, and I'm here to serve you. This might be an appropriate situation in the military, for example. If there's the general and then you're beneath him in rank, so you might have to actually make yourself a little bit smaller and just be happy, satisfied being number 2 to his number 1, and you can both achieve it. So it's not a perfectly balanced scenario, but it is okay. It's sustainable long term. You can deal with a large personality on top as long as you are okay with being the assistant, being the number 2. There are times when the relational triad can be really wonky and out of balance when it comes to, getting nervous about your English. Let's look at that, and then let's look at a different mindset on how to set things more right. So focusing on your English, it's really, you're wrapped up in yourself, but if you haven't prepared, it's easy to get stuck and obsessed. My feelings are overwhelming and my shame is greater than you or it. And then, the it is my shameful, unworthy English ability is more important than you. Now, instead, remember that you came here for a reason. You're not the only one here, okay? In this course, you're going to learn SMART preparation. Over the course of the 7 steps of SMART preparation, you're going to develop a project where you will be prepared enough to say exactly what you mean and have enough practice to do so. So you don't have to worry about messing up, and if you make little mistakes, it really doesn't matter. Remember that you came here for a reason, and you're not the only one here. It's not just about your language ability, if you're on a group call. There's other people on the call too. Also remember that you're doing a kindness by speaking English, and if you make some mistakes, that's fine. Westerners will completely understand. They really won't mind. And, oops, I said the wrong word, make a correction and move on. The it is whatever work or play you'll do together that's going to be great for both of us. So just if you focus on it, later on in the course I talk about outward focus. Don't focus so much on yourself. Focus on the situation. What are we talking about? Why have we come here? What are we trying to do together? These are the important questions, and it'll really help you get out of that nervous state and get into the conversation. And of course, if you see the person as scary because let's say they're a native speaker, I know it can be scary, but if you see them as a source of fear, it's not the right mindset to make you comfortable. It's going to make you more nervous to see them as a scary person. Instead, see them as the person that I came to help, and they also came to help me. Keep in mind the idea of a win-win scenario, a win-win negotiation, and try to balance out that relational triad. Mindset. Other people are here with me. We all have a part to play. We all want this to work. Who cares if my English isn't perfect? They'll understand.